Just recently, I received a special pipe tobacco in the mail. I'd like to review it and tell you the history behind it while enjoying a pipe. Howdy, y'all. Virginia Piper here. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to the Bearded Welshman and Four-Eyed Piper. Both of these guys are relatively new to YTPC, and they've already produced some great videos, so I encourage you to check them out. As some of you know, in addition to YTPC, I'm active in the pipe smoking community on Twitter. I've enjoyed interacting with a lot of guys there, including Tennessee Tin Note, who, by the way, is also on YTPC. In a private message, he asked for my address because he wanted to send me something that he thought I'd enjoy. Not long ago, I would have discouraged anyone from sending me anything, fearing that I wouldn't be able to properly reciprocate, since this hobby is a small part of our household budget. And the idea of reciprocating has been ingrained into me like crazy ever since I was growing up. But I've changed my mind on this, because turning down a gift is turning someone away who is trying to share something that's really special. So I sent him my address, and a package arrived in the mail this weekend. It contained a generous sample of pipe tobacco, along with a piece of paper. It had a picture of Tennessee Tin Note's Uncle Bob and a fantastic story associated with them. I'd like to share it with you. My first exposure to pipe smoking was around the age of 8. I loved going to my uncle and aunt's home, and one of the main reasons was he smoked a pipe. Uncle Bill was larger than life. He was a father of 5, a pharmacist, an avid outdoorsman, and he had flown a P-51D Mustang he named Wild Honey. In World War II, he flew 56 missions and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross and the Air Leaf Medal with oak leaf clusters. He was truly a part of the greatest generation. Within the walls of his home, the den was his place, a man cave in the 1970s. I remember sitting on his lap in that soft recliner as he puffed on that dark brown pipe. Some 40 years later, I can still recall that unique smell. As a new pipe smoker, I had to find out what tobacco he smoked, and one of his grandsons pointed me in the right direction. So yesterday, I headed to my local B&M. I purchased an ounce of each of his 2 favorites, Front Porch and Tennessee Whiskey, and mixed them. That's what he did. I could barely wait to get home, and when I lit my Savinelli, the memories flooded back. It was so good and so memorable. I call it P51. So when I'm asked, why do you smoke a pipe? Well, I can share it with Uncle Bill. A handwritten note was added to the bottom of the page. Great to connect with you on the YTPC. All the best. As some would prefer to be known just by their handle, I'll forgo using his actual name. So I'll say Tennessee Tin Note. I can't tell you how moved I am that you've not only shared this memory with me through your words, but by allowing me to actually smoke a unique blend that he enjoyed and means so much to you. And that's just what I'm going to do for the very first time right now in the format of a first impressions review. In the follow-up private message, he describes Tennessee whiskey as a Virginia Burley combination with caramel and Front Porch as Golden Virginia with creamy vanilla. So let's give it a go. So here is my first impressions review of P51 pipe tobacco. Again, a custom blend. Well, since this is a custom blend, we really can't say a whole lot about the pouch itself. However, I happen to really like the hefty bag here because it does have the Ziploc. Wish I had something like this actually for some of the other bulk blends that I've received. As you've probably figured out, I've not really gotten big time into cellaring and jarring and stuff like that. But let's get to the really good stuff inside here. And let's see if we can kind of get this up to the light. There we go. You can actually see the pipe tobacco here. Some nice colors. Also, let's get a feel for the aroma. This has a very fruity scent. Quite pleasant, really. I'm enjoying this a lot. The consistency itself is very nice. The moisture is perfect. Let's see if we can kind of drizzle this down a little bit. I'm doing a great job here. But I really like it. It's fluffy, it's moist. There we go. It's probably a little bit better. As far as packing, I took the opportunity to pack a pipe before we started and had no problems whatsoever. It's also a little bit springy to the touch, which I kind of like. And so now, I'm going to try to light it up and see what happens. Getting a bunch of flavors immediately upon lighting it up. I'm trying to evaluate them or kind of pick out what I'm tasting. Definitely picking up the Virginia and the Burley. And again, almost like a fruity type taste and aroma mixed in with it. Very pleasant. Kind of wish this was, in the bunch of pipe tobaccos that I kind of went through to try to figure out my favorite. For those of you who are new to this channel, it was a series that I was running a little ways back. but I am enjoying it. There's also like a little bit of a note here that I would find in English blends. It's very subtle. And the other really cool thing about this is, I can't stop thinking about the history behind this while I'm smoking it. And I think that's what makes this pipe tobacco so incredible. I'm basically kind of sharing in an experience here. And that's what makes this pipe tobacco really impressive. Tennessee Tin Note, thank you 1,000 times over for this experience. It was a tremendous gesture. Have a great one, y'all.